I started for school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding, especially because Hamel was going to question us on participles, and I didn't know the first word about them. For a moment I thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. It was so warm, so bright. The birds were chirping at the edge of the woods, and in the open field behind the sawmill, the Prussian soldiers were drilling. It was all much more tempting than the rules for participles, but I had the strength to resist and hurried off to school. When I passed the town hall, I saw a crowd in front of the bulletin board. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there: the lost battles, the draft, the orders of the commanding officer, and I thought to myself, what now? Then, as I hurried by as fast as I could, Wachter, the blacksmith, who was there with his apprentice, reading the bulletin, called after me, "Don't go so fast, bub. You'll get to your school in plenty of time." I thought he was making fun of me, and reached Hamel's little garden all out of breath. Usually, there was a great bustle when school began, lessons repeated in unison, the teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. But that day it was all as quiet as Sunday morning. Through the window I saw my classmates already in their places, and Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. I had to open the door and go in before everybody. You can imagine how blushed I was, and how frightened, but to my surprise, Monsieur Hamel said very kindly, "Go to your place quickly, little Franz. We were beginning without you." I jumped over the bench and sat down at my desk. Not till then, when I had got a little over my fright, did I see that our teacher had on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection and prize days. The whole school seemed so strange and solemn, but the thing that surprised me most was to see the back benches, usually empty, now filled with the village people. Old Hauser, with his three-cornered hat, the former mayor, the former postmaster, and several others. They all sat quietly like us, and even more sad. Hauser had brought an old primer, thumbed at the edges, and he held it open on his knees, with his big spectacles lying across the pages. While I was wondering about it all, Hamel mounted his chair, and in the same grave and gentle tone that he had used when he spoke to me, he said, "My children, this is the last lesson I shall give you. The order has come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The new master comes tomorrow. This is your last French lesson. I want you to be very attentive." Ah, those words struck me like a thunderclap. The last French lesson. Why, I hardly knew how to write. I should never learn any more. I must stop there then. Oh, how sorry I was for not learning my lessons, for seeking birds' eggs.